Another thing that I want to talk about is Jesus and forgiveness. So I have heard a lot, or at least it's come across to me as being like Jesus means to forgive and forget, to, be sweet, comply, obey, and be this tiny little mouse in the corner. And as I have studied the life of Jesus, I've come to realize that nothing can be further from the truth. I know Jesus as a loving God who would protect his little ones, who would protect the innocent, who would stop bullying in its tracks. I know him to be someone who would go out of his way to bring someone in, to show them love. It just breaks my heart that we've had this whole, maybe it's a lifetime, but I see this whole generation of people that are kind of like, we started with the Stepford Wives kind of a movement in the 50s where it was like, we all have to be a certain weight and we have to cook certain meals and we have to be silent and compliant and all of this stuff. I've seen that. I've seen the stuff in the churches and faiths, being the peacemaker, which I'm just saying, Jesus upturned temples and the temple. He really put the Pharisees in their place. He was not a person to stay quiet in the sidelines. He did things with love, with dignity, with respect, and he did things the right way. But he did them. He did what was brave, the scary things, the right things. I've also seen it in our public school systems where we are asked to sit in desks for 8 hours a day, to behave a certain way, to raise our hands, and anyways, very, very restrictive. You're not free to speak all the time, and I understand that there needs to be a level of order. But I like to see when children are taught by their parents, when we're able to have those times, whether they go to public school or not, that we have those times of fun, recreational activities, and especially these pure teaching moments from parent to child, where we pass on our values to our children and teach them love and compassion, because that's not being taught very well in society. I've also seen that in the social media world, where we have put so many things online and we are trying to keep up with these people that look perfect all the time on video. And I really like this new generation that's coming out and sharing the truth and kind of exposing some of that truth and allowing people to talk about their weaknesses and have people love them in that. I hope that in our desires to be like Jesus, that we will see more standing up for the right, for the innocent, for those that are captive and can't free themselves. And I hope to see things change in our government as well, especially in the area of foster care, because there are so many children that need our help. I just barely saw a notification come in on my phone that said that we have 25% less foster families than we did, I can't remember, a couple years back. And the reason is because the system sucks. It's horrible. It does not protect the foster families, and no one listens. No one hears with their hearts. And there's so many like black or whites, and no, taking each case into account. And so I'd like to see some change there so that we can heal some of our children and make this world a safer place to live.